Yes, it's recording.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Thanks for coming here. It's July, late July, so maybe you are in holidays or maybe you are preparing holidays and you are still here. So thanks a lot. Me, I have COVID. I'm sick, but I will try to do my best to, for half an hour. Let's start. So UI Suite, you know already. Last month, we talked about some changes, some deep changes. We didn't apply them yet, but are still planned. Now, UI Suite is not a module anymore. It's becoming a meta package. So it's now under other projects. If you go to drupal.org. So we plan to introduce a composer package where you can do composer require Drupal UI suite, and it will install the 5 module of the suite. It's something we are planning to do soon. Indeed, we are in a very specific moment of the history. So we starting UI suite 4 years ago with UI pattern 1, UI pattern settings, which is a prop system of UI pattern 1, layout option, UI styles, and UI examples. Then we introduce UI skins for CSS variables, theme, and mods. And we soon introduce the icon module. But UI pattern 2 will be a big change because UI pattern 2 will merge UI pattern 1, UI pattern settings, and layout option. So we are in UI Suite 2 in a way. So it's very exciting, a lot of changes, a lot of move. And in September, we will have this new offer of 5 powerful and solid modules. By the way, we don't brag a lot during those meetings, so I will do this now. UI pattern 1 is still the number 1 UI component module. We reached 5,000 installations a few months ago, and we are still upon 5,000. And also, we are installed on 1.5% of the Drupal 9 and 10 websites. So congratulations to everybody who made it possible. So we will talk about our modules, UI pattern, UI styles, UI icon, UI skins, and UI examples, our theme, and some community stuff. Drupal Core project browser. I don't know what's happening. Drupal 10.3 was released, and I didn't see the project browser inside. Do you know what's happening with this project? Is it planned for Drupal 11, Drupal 11.1?
They're still working on with the endpoint and testing and stuff. So yeah, it's not ready for core. Mm-hmm. I don't know the exact timing, but I would guess probably by the end of the year.
Okay, so we have a few months left, a few months more to do the work about tagging, description, icons, and everything. Okay.
Yeah. Do you have someone to do the icon? I have my sons doing icons. You do? Okay, good.
Yes, Michael, who is event organizer, is doing them. But
all right,
maybe we can talk about that.
We can review it. Yeah, cool.
Compatibility with D11. So D11 is not released yet. We have some tasks about making it compatible, making the module compatible. We started in them, and we already have complete some compatibility tasks. So it's ongoing. And about D8 and D9, we release pattern settings with removal of D8 compatibility. And we still have 4 modules with D8 compatibility. So next time we update them, we will clean this dependency. Okay, let's talk about the star of the show, UI pattern 2. We released 2 weeks ago. Wait, yes?
Sorry, but about the Drupal 11 compatibility fix.
Yes.
I did it during the Drupal Dev Days at Burgas.
Ah, okay.
So I'm not sure when your screenshot was made, but
before
yeah, the screenshot was made a few weeks ago. Yeah.
And I used the Drupal Dev Days to make all the UI Shoot modules compatible. So
okay. Sorry about that. It's very, very good, and it will be updated for the next monthly. And thank you for the hard work. I think it was a big stuff to do. So we released Alpha 3 of UI pattern 2. Alpha 3 was a big move because now we are 100% feature complete. So what does it mean? That means we cover all the consumer plugins from core we want to cover, and we are testing them with the tools provided by core. So our component can be used as block in block layout, in layout builder, for example, in layout, in with layout, in layout builder, and so on and so on and so on. So now we reach 100%. But that's not all. Feature complete also means that the sources, the data sources, so what we put on in the slot and the props, are also all covered. So now we offer all the expecting form widget, all the non-contextualized sources like breadcrumb, path, blocks, and everything, and also all the contextualized sources like the view titles, the view rows, the field formatters, everything. We still we have some issue about a block source. We are working on it. And also, we will introduce another source for beta 1. So we will increase a bit the scope on beta 1. But it was not the initial scope. So we are still on track. Okay, are you ready for a demo?
Yes.
Yes, everybody wants a demo. So here I will do up a Drupal 10.3 install with only the UI pattern module and a few other modules just for theme dependency. Here I am. It's a fresh install. Up. You see, beautiful profile standard. A standard profile, sorry. I go here. I go to extend. And I have UI pattern level activate, and also all the UI pattern module. So it's a single module. Everything it's inside a single module. I didn't need to install many modules from the country. So now my components are available everywhere. First, I need to install a module. I need to install a theme. So let's install Bootstrap. Okay, and now we can go to the pattern library. And we can see the Bootstrap component are all here. Pattern library is not finished. That's why it's a bit like that. But we can see it's working. And then I'm able to go to block layout. I can place a block whenever I want. And I have all my components from available as a block. So I can take a button. Here I have my variant selection. I can take success, for example. I have my slot, label, and my props. What you can see, it's sometimes I have a select list. It's when we have different sources for the prop. And also when I add a source to the slot, I can pick different sources. That's very important. That's the source plugin mechanism. So for the label, I will write my label value. And I will not put an URL. Let's be lazy. My button is here. I save. And my button is here. I can also use my component as field formatters. Okay, let's do an article very quick. Like that. And I will do three tags. The tags are here. And my tags, I will put them each in a component. It will be a bash component. What is a bash component? I don't remember. So a button component again. This one, it will be warning. And here I can put on the label data from any field or a field property or a field formatter. You see the sources are contextualized. So I will take a field formatter and I will put the label of the field. Let's update. Let's save. And my three tags here, you see, they was not formatted, and now they are inside the component. It's possible too to wrap them into another component to have a result where the button are placed horizontally. And last the demo, I can use component as layout, as was already the case for your pattern one. And if I put alert here, my props are the layout option. So let's do primary, dismissible. And my slots are the layout region. So let's put the title here without the label. And the body. Oh, and title again, the body. Okay. Save. And title and body. And of course, everything can be used together. My body, I can put it in a component. So let's put in a card component. It's crazy, but it's possible. I will took the default card. Voila, yeah. Okay, we have some UX to work on. You got it. It doesn't work with layout builder yet, but we can put the card inside the body. It works also with views. And I will not do the demo because we don't have time, but I can show you the menu. We have a component available as view styles here. And we have, let's do that. And we have component also available as view rows here. Okay. What else? We also have the component validator in the new star. We talk a lot about this. So here we have some feedback about Twig and YAML definition. There is still a bit of false positive. It will be cleaner for beta 1, but it's already very useful to have an overview of the component quality. Some question? Except Kristen, who is already playing with UI Pattern 2? Nobody yet? So if you didn't start, it's good. Just wait 10 days because we will release beta 1 in 10 days. And beta 1 is the first release we are promoting as a testable for the public. Okay. You are still with me, I'm not alone. Huh?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay, nice. Okay, so what is the roadmap? We release Alpha 3. In 10 days, we release Beta 1. So between Alpha 3 and Beta 1, we will work on code quality and performance, and also we will do a lot of bug fixes. So Beta 1 will be very solid, but we are still work to do. On Beta 2, we do test unit coverage and UX. So you see the little UX issue will be fixed in August. And then in September, the last beta about config migration, because we want to migrate as much config as possible from UI Pattern 1 to UI Pattern 2. After beta 3, it will be release candidate. And if there is no issue during the release candidate, we will tag the stable. Some question? Everything's clear?
Yes. I have a question, Pierre.
Yeah.
Why in the demo you did not promote the nesting?
Because I wanted to keep things simple.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay.
Yeah, this is a killer new.
Yeah.
This is changing everything.
The love is talking. Okay, let's go back to the article. Here, and let's remove layout builder and work only with field formatters. So, for example, for my image, I can take a component. We'll put my image in a component. Let's put it in an alert. And on the message of the alert, I put my component himself. So let's do that. But I can put directly my thumbnail here, or I can put another component, and I will put then in a button. It's a bit crazy, but we want to show you how powerful it is. And then the field formatter. Okay. And image style, I will take a small one to not have a crazy rendering. So the button, it will be a success button. So you see, instead of putting my image into my alert, I put my image into a button, into an alert. And then if I go to heading, I will do another field formatter.
You can pick another field also.
I can also pick another field, but let's keep things simple. And I put only the URL of the image. No big deal. Okay, let's have a look. What's happening?
You have not put
I have no image.
on the
You have a new
content.
image on the Allez, let's add an image. Thank you. Okay. So why I have no rendering of my component alert? Let's have a look. Because no variant. Let's go to primary. Okay, so I have my alert. On the alert title, I put the URL of the image. On the alert message, I put a button, and inside the button, the image. Indeed, I can also, from a field formatter, take that value from another field. For example, here I'm dealing with my image, I'm formatting my image, but I can also take, for example, the title of the article and put the title of my article inside my image formatter. So you see, the sky is the limit. With this source system, you don't need to fight with the view mode. You don't need to fight with the limitation of Drupal. For example, the fact you are not able to put twice the same field into manage display, or the fact you are not able to nest layout in Label Builder. All those limitations are fixed by UI Pattern 2 and the source system. You can build exactly what you want to build using the component, but also using the Drupal API by nesting block into your component, views into component, into views, into component, into component, into a block, into entity display. You have no limit, and it works very well. Something else someone want to have a look on?
A question on that.
Yeah.
Super cool, amazing. Have you done any performance testing to see if you get a little crazy, if it gets a little slow?
Yes, but we didn't. No, we didn't do performance testing. But I have a theoretical answer to tell you. We are not introducing any other API once the config entity is saved. All the UI pattern API, prop type and source plugins work when we are building this. Once you save it, it's only a field formatter. And the field formatter sometimes can call another field formatter, can call a block, but it's only native Drupal plugins. We are on rendering when the config entity is loaded, when the config entity is parsed, when the config entity, when the render tree is built and the render tree is rendered, it's native, usual Drupal API. We are not introducing quirks or a specific mechanism. So no, we didn't test the performance, but we rely on the performance qualities of Drupal.
Thanks.
Other question?
Thank you, Pierre.
Okay, let's move on. So the dream will be to ship UI Pattern 2 for DrupalCon Barcelona, but I guess it will be more the first release candidate in DrupalCon Barcelona. But anyway, it will be an achievement, and I'm looking forward for it. So we are testing UI Pattern 2 with our own team, Bootstrap 5, USWDS, DSFR, Material 2. But we are also testing it with SDC team from Contrib. And as you know, we are sometimes helping them to fix some issues because fixing issues is also increasing compatibility. If you want to test, if you want us to test UI Pattern 2 with your team, send us to us. If you have a personal project, a corporate project, a public project, and you want to be sure it will be compatible with your Pattern 2, you can send to me, Pierre, personally. I can send you an engagement, a commitment. I will not share the code base with anybody, and I can use your code base for our testing. Don't hesitate. So we will be sure it will be compatible with your project. Okay, let's continue. So we are still consolidating the ecosystem. You saw that. It's a big improvement. And next episode in August. So let's move to UPattern 1 element option, the legacy module. Now they are in maintenance mode, but we are still doing some bug fixes and some compatibility fix. There is a big stuff coming. There was a feature added to Twig, so the templating engine used by Drupal, which now we can use is sequence and is mapping test into the template. And for us, for UiPattern people, but also for SDC people and for Drupal people in general, it will be a big change because now when we are looping, on a renderable, we never know if we are looping on a single render array or a list of render arrays. Thanks to the change, you can do your loops safely. I don't know if it is with safety. It will be shipped with Twig 3.11. So I hope it will be shipped with Drupal 10.0 something in a few weeks. Layout option will also be merged in UiPattern 2. And let's talk about UI styles. So we have something to show you. Are you ready for the demo?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
So it's a work in progress, okay? But we believe it will be interesting for you.
Okay, so I will share my screen. I think it is the right one. Okay, so currently we have some issues in UI styles. I will talk about CK Editor 5 later. But now for the demonstration, we will talk about something more than 2 years old issue. The goal of this issue is to change because currently in UI styles, to select the styles, there is only select list. And the goal is to provide other widgets, other way to select styles, for example, with icons, with a checkbox, with potentially radio buttons, etc., to have something a little bit more diverse and more digest for the seed builders when there are a lot of styles. So Marion Mabois worked for months on this issue, and recently I finally got also time to help her and finalize it. We also did a big step forward during the UI Suite Camp at the beginning of June. And finally, we can reach something like that with another plugin system, another plugin mechanism. And especially the hardest part was to be able to, and thanks her for the CSS, was to emulate a list to be able to provide some kind of preview without relying on additional JavaScript library. Because, for example, in an initial POC done last year on the SOPKey installation profile, we used the select icons module with jQuery select library, something like that. I don't remember exactly which one, but we wanted to have something by default in UI styles without any additional dependencies. So I will just show you quickly how the result, and then quickly the code base. For example, in the admin, we have some checks that can be done. here we have some, for example, some previews. When we are in the admin theme, we know that they will not work, so we still use basic select list. When some styles have every options of the style have an icons, we provide something we called the toolbar of every option is an icon. And when there is only one option in a style, it is directly a checkbox. And in front, when using layout builder, sorry, yeah, it is because of when I moved my window. So in front, I have some fake select list. In fact, it is radio buttons, which are and radio buttons plus CSS, which allows to have this kind of preview. If we say this kind of stuff, and here we are the if not all style options have an icon, we use the icons in the preview too, if possible. And that's it, just to show you quickly. And don't remember exactly if I have a style. Yeah, this one also is kind of cool with a font weight. You can see the effect. Line 8, not
So
a lot.
is it dynamic? Font
Yeah,
weight, for example, the style is directly applied. Huh?
Exactly, to this part.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's very
The
nice.
same for the color. For background, yeah, same for background, so you can see the stuff. Yeah, so sometimes it is very helpful. Sometimes it is hard to have a very pertinent result, but yeah, it is still like that. At least by a default behavior. What I wanted to add, sorry, sorry.
You don't need to add stuff in the YAML. It's a work out of the box.
For some, yes. For icons, you need to add stuff, but for the rest of the behavior, yeah, it is out of. Yeah, that's what I wanted to add. Some of the behaviors, yeah, in display, for example, in the YAML, we already tell the styles that they should not be rendered in the library because the preview will not be relevant. And so for styles like that, we even in front, we still remain on a plain select list for stuff like that. Now I will quickly show you the code. So now UI styles, new plugin system of source. By default, the fallback is select and plain select. If we are on the back on the admin theme and or if we have a hidden previewed as, it is plain select. Otherwise, it is radio buttons with a CSS and classes and CSS classes, of course, to target specifically what we want. If we have icons declared, we render it. Checkbox, it is the simplest one if we have only one option. And also, yeah, sorry, I need to precise to avoid the front developer which declares the styles to have to know about this kind of features. The best, I do quotes, but I have the webcam off. The best source plugin is used depending on the weight and depending of the method is applicable. And it uses the first encountered. So if we have checkboxes, checkbox, only one option for the style. Toolbar, it is when every options have an icon. And in the how it is in the YAML, so you can have icon directly on the styles at the root level, and this icon will be used for every option of the style. Not sure yet if it will be useful, but maybe. And you can change your style declaration to be more what we call the complex. Here it is simple. You have key value, and here you have key and another array of information. You have a label, and here you can have the icon. Here you can wonder why there is a commented line. This syntax, it uses the system stream wrapper module, which I discovered last week. Very useful, but currently I don't want to introduce additional dependency, on the public theme, but it can be used. So currently in the public theme here in UI Suite Bootstrap, there is also a work in progress merge request to provide the icons you have seen in the demo. And to avoid to require a new module for this one, I do a base 64 encoding to avoid the having to handle some hard-coded pass. Hopefully, maybe a core issue will be fixed one day, and will be no more needed of the system stream wrapper module, and we can do directly stuff like that. So no more need to encode the image. Yep, that's it quickly for the demonstration. I have in the issue, I think I have 1 or 2 remaining points to discuss. Then I think I can merge it, and or I can wait for feedbacks for people if you want to test. Also, in the issue, we implemented a new key, which was, sorry, I need to find it. Sorry, I need to find it. Get empty options. Now in the definitions here, you can set in your styles, in your YAML, you can provide an empty option key if you want to override the default empty option, if you want to provide something more meaningful to your users. Here, for example, not sure which one. Instead of none, no background color, something like that. If you want to override the behavior.
Like the format, what's the format API is already providing this kind of stuff?
Yes, it is. I only map the empty option provided in the YAML directly to the form API empty option mechanism.
Okay, that's great.
And so, I think that's all for my demo.
Yeah. So I would thank you very much. Thank you. It's nice, and it's a common complaint of UI styles, and people love UI styles, but sometimes they say it's so boring to have this list of select, and we need a more something more visual and useful. So I think people will enjoy it.
Thank you.
Let's go back to the. Someone has a question?
Yeah.
Yes, regarding the icon set used in UI style, is there a standard icon set or?
It's not an icon set. You have
no. You precise the path or the data of your icon, and it is used to render it as an image.
Okay.
Yeah, and currently I need to consolidate. For example, Marion last year did some extract of internal works about UI styles UX improvements, but there was not all the icons, and so she tried to fill the gap with icons gathered on public icon sets like font awesome and stuff like that. But I need to consolidate it to ensure we have a kind of homogeneous stuff, because some have different default color or default fill color and stuff like that. So I need to consolidate that.
Okay.
We have some chats. To use something like radio image widget, it should be in the radio image widget. I don't know. I don't know it. I will give a try.
Yeah, we will have a look.
Yep.
Okay, let's move on. Let's try to keep this meeting under 1 hour. So the other big stuff is the new icon module. It's something we want to provide for many months now, and the work has started. So started by Selou, but not only Selou. Started by the team. So what happened? Selou did the prototype last month using iConcept module. iConcept was a huge inspiration for us. And currently, we are both finishing the specification, and Jean is doing the private development of the module. So we are in private development because we are doing fast iteration, we are doing investigation, so it's private. However, in 10 days, Monday, the 29th of July, we will become public. The specification document will become public, and we move the development to Drupal.org. And we will use, of course, the Drupal.org issue queue. So we will stay public until mid-September, and we plan to release it mid-September. So it will be 50 days of public development. Why mid-September? Because the second half of September, UI Icon will become a candidate for inclusion in Drupal Core 11.1 in fast track. Of course, there is no guarantee. Anything can happen. It can be included. Only some part of the API can be included. It can be refused, totally refused. We don't know. But we are very happy that core team will have a look, and core team are considering that. So what will happen if UI Icon is including Drupal Core? It will be wonderful, and it will be usable for Experience Builder and navigation modules. If it's not going to Drupal Core, it will stay as the 5th UI Field module as initially planned. So anyway, it will be something very positive for us. So I'm sorry for now. We don't do any demo. We are still doing a fast iteration and a lot of investigation. But next month, you will have a deep dive demo of UI Icon, and we will show you how it's useful for design system like Bootstrap or USWDS. Some question? Okay, let's talk about next month. UI Skins. A new release was published of UI Skins. Why did we introduce branch 1.1? Florent, can you share with us?
No problem. It is on the slide because there was I wanted to fix a deprecation which was introduced in Core 10.3, and I didn't want it to wait for Core 10.2 to no more be maintained, because during second half of June, I was a lot into Drupal 11 compatibility and fixing every deprecations on all of my modules. So before I waited for all the core versions to be deprecated, and now I'm more into introducing potentially new minor branches or potentially major branches to fix it right away, and because otherwise I need to keep open issues for that, etc., etc.
Okay, very clear. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So USKins is our module for CSS variable and mode switch. If you want to switch from branding to branding, or from light to dark, or for accessibility mode to normal mode, this is a module to implement those design artifacts. On this release, we got a theme dependency. This is a big feature because some design systems, they need to trigger two different theme switch with only one setting. So, for example, in the French government design system, there is a mourning mode when someone dies. For example, if the president of France is dying, there is a mourning mode, and the mourning mode need to trigger also the dark mode. So it's a feature which may be more useful than expected because I already saw a few design systems who will benefit from that. And what is pending is the CSS variable derivative. It's crazy work, very, very complex. So we will take care of this later. Here example, no work on examples this month. So let's move to the next subject. Let's have a quick look on the public implementations, the team. As you know, USC team are one of the three kinds of Drupal team we have. We have the legacy team, for example, Bootstrap 5. Legacy, it's the usual old-fashioned way of doing Drupal theming with a lot of template suggestion and no design system. Then you have the SDC team with implementing components and only components from design system, but are using a lot of presenter templates because they are doing template to template calls. And then we have the USC team. We will soon also be SDC team because we will use SDC with the pattern 2. And we implement everything as a design system, is full design system methodology. And we have nearly no presenter template and no template suggestion. And we are very happy that for DSFR, the French government design system, our theme is the most successful until now. Bootstrap 5, a big issue, Alpha 15 by Florent. Florent, you want to add something or it's pretty... nothing to...
Yes, a lot of small or medium issues. I know a lot of people are maybe, I don't know if it is a lot, but I know that people are starting, okay, when will alpha phase will end? Yeah, I know you keep me with that regularly. There are mainly 3 issues that I would like to handle before a beta phase. Those ones are about potentially introducing theme settings to control stuff which are in the page.html, currently hard-coded in the page.html.twig, because currently page.html.twig is not seed buildable. Maybe one day structure block layout will be layout builder stuff, and then we will remove a lot of hard-coded stuff. And also we raised a problem with patterns used as layout in layout builder or else, regarding potentially also UI styles layout builder integration because of special stuff the layout discovery module is doing, and so yeah, we need to ensure stuff like that. And sorry, checking quickly the third issue. Oh yeah, okay. Also there is a last component which is not officially in the Bootstrap documentation, but in practice it will be kind of useful. It is a tab and a tab pane component. There is also already the tab, I think, but maybe for navigation, but tab pane and the content tab pane content, stuff like that. And
it
yes,
will be complicated, this one.
Yeah.
It's always complicated in every design system.
yeah, and to also about the patterns used as layouts, not only about UI styles builder, but also because it is the background task to be able to remove on the long-term layout options. And when trying to have a component as layout like we do with column 1, 2, 3, 4, that's where we encountered some problems, and maybe we will have to introduce some special mechanism in UI patterns regarding.
Oh, that's very interesting. Next mostly we will do a specific slide about this. I think it's good to share with people this subject and what is happening.
Yeah. And also in the it is not specific to UI Suite Bootstrap, but there is also a transversal problem in UI Suite. It is because of YAML plugins override to respect the theme inheritance. Currently, it is only an alphabetical sort. And there is I opened the core issue during the Drupal Dev Days with a failing test to show demonstrate the problem. Marion did potentially a workaround in the UI styles widget issue, and I need to put and to make this core issue move forward to hopefully have this problem resolved once and for all in core directly. Sorry, and end of the parenthesis. Sorry.
Okay, so we have 5 minutes left. Let's move on. USWDS Alpha 10 was released. So with a few changes, now Steven is working on getting ready for UI Pattern 2. So there is some issues he got, but issues related to SDC. So we need to fix them. It's not something we will be able to fix on UI Pattern 2. It's on his side. But also, he raised some proposal or some suggestion, and we already created a first ticket to address his feedback. So we hope that with his work and our work, USWDS 3 will be fully compatible with the Pattern 2 very soon. For DSFR, so the French government design system, we released the first stable version, 1.0.0. It was a big stuff. And we are covering the full scope of the upstream 1.10 version. And now we are releasing minor version, so 1.01, soon 1.02, 1.03, until the big feature release 1.10. We plan to release in September or October with big changes, including the DSFR 1.12 compatibility. So congratulations to everybody who worked on this disaster implementation. It was a huge target. Material Design 3, we talked a bit with Ivan about this a few weeks ago, but I didn't got a look on what he's doing. Are you with us, Ivan?
Nothing to discuss yet.
Okay, so don't hesitate if you want to reach me
try.
during the summer.
Okay, thank you.
Someone is raising the hand?
No, it is a goodbye.
Goodbye, okay. Goodbye. And also, we have a brand new implementation with coming, Daisy UI. We will do a demo next month. For now, it's in private development, but it will go public in August. So come back in August for the demo.
And also, we will showcase it during DrupalCon Barcelona.
I'm coming to this.
The bird of fever is accepted.
Indeed. In Drupalcon Barcelona in September, we will have 2 events. Christian and me, we will talk about UI Pattern 2. So it will be very interesting because it will be during the release of the release candidate of UI Pattern 2, so nearly finished product. And Michael will talk about USWDS UI and do a live demo of this implementation of the UI design system. So I hope a lot of you will come to Barcelona. Yeah, someone is raising their hand?
Yes, and we will propose also another Bird of Feather to showcase Subkey, our this installation profile at Smile. So it will be a demo of UI Suite, but with Bootstrap.
Okay.
I know you don't like Bootstrap anymore for your demo, but
No, I love Bootstrap. I love Bootstrap.
I'm joking. Don't worry.
Yeah. Yeah, I know you're joking, but I have to tell everybody that I love Bootstrap. I don't share the complaint about Bootstrap. It's just everybody is using Bootstrap for demo. So I want us to use other design system for demo, just to be different. That's all. Okay. But it's not official yet, no?
I need to. It is in my to do to propose it.
Okay. So we will add to the slide the next month.
Should do it quickly.
Okay. And also we got the Drupal Dev Days Burgas a few weeks ago. I did a talk about UI Pattern 2, and the video is not available yet. So I will share with you the link next month. To finish, we reach 200 people on Slack channel. So it's great. We got nearly 20 new people in 1 month. It was a big month because it's been 4 years we are managing this community, and we got 10% of increase in only a few weeks. So we are very happy.
Thank you, Kerry.
Thank you very much. Do you have some question now?
No, thank you.
Yes.
Yes, it is not a question, especially. It is about to notice that in Drupal 10.3, UI style CK Editor 5 is broken. Finally, hopefully, this time it was only a one-line fix to end recompiling the CK Editor 5 plugins. I've not merged it yet to let people test just in case, but maybe I'm also wondering if I should not do a mechanism in UI style CK Editor 5 to potentially switch the compiled JavaScript used depending on the core version, because I don't want to raise the minimum requirements of UI style CK Editor 5 to 10.3 while 10.2 is still maintained. So maybe I will do some kind of automatic hook library and filter on some stuff like that. And I wanted to first inform of that, and secondly, potentially gather the feedbacks if you think it is a good idea or a bad idea on the long term to do this kind of stuff, to have multiple versions of the plugins in Git, and to have an automatic switch. If you don't have any feedbacks, no problem. I will try the hook library alter to maximize the compatibility, because I see in the future over compatibility breaks, and to ensure we need to provide maximum compatibility of core versions.
Yeah, in the long term, I don't think it's a good idea. Library must stay declarative and not coming from executed code. But for short term, because you are talking about something we only need for 6 months, no?
I'm not sure for core 10.2. Because maybe I misread some core announcements that I'm not sure if it is starting from 10.3 or already in 10.2, some kind of long-term supports. Maybe I misread.
Okay, so yeah, let's have a look. But indeed, Editor 5 is a mess on Drupal core. And we have a lot of issues, and not only on UI styles part, but also on UI pattern part, and soon UI icons. So every time we are dealing with Editor 5, we have a mess.
On the user side, it is very pleasant but when you have to do your own plugins, it is a nightmare. Depending on the plugin complexity, but soon it raises quite a lot.
Okay, thanks.
A quick one for those that want to stay. So I was just looking at the usage of non-UI suite versus UI suite for some of these, just to get an idea. It looked like the DSFR, actually the UI suite one is the one that's most used compared to the other couple, which is awesome. But I noticed with the USWDS that it's, sort of an order of magnitude, quite a bit less, I guess. The main one seems to have 447, and there's another one, guess so, which is 88. But
I have the number here if you want to have a look on some of those. When you ask
yeah, so I guess the question is, yeah, got it. Yeah, so how's it's more of a marketing and awareness thing.
Yes.
Like, how are you trying to get the word out and get people to try to adopt UI suite in that space? And yeah, just wondering what is your strategy, your marketing strategy?
The marketing strategy has changed a lot in 1 year, because until this year we were fighting to promote inside Drupal design systems methodology and display building. And so it was very hard to promote UI suite, because all people can want UI suite for the project if they are not convinced that design systems and display building are interesting for them. So our main competition until this year was not the other Drupal team. It was the lack of interest for display building and design systems. So now design system and display building are hype, and we are trendy, and we are benefiting for the trend, and we are very happy. And we are another kind of competition. So we are still the legacy theming. The legacy theming, it's Drupal is producing all the markup, and we are theming the markup. Okay, this is something where the advantages of using UI suite are very clear, because when you install, for example, Bootstrap 5 or DSFR legacy themes, they don't cover all the content type, media type, comment type you will build. So you still need to do a lot of custom templates anytime you are building new fields, new bundles. So what we are positioning ourselves as: you installed UI suite Bootstrap or you install UI suite DSFR, and you don't need to add extra templating. That's the low-code solution we are providing. And for SDC theming, it's a bit different, because SDC theming, of course, is very close from SDC theming. And when we will move to SDC with UI Pattern 2, we will have a large part of the code base will be similar. But if I can say that, I will say it. But I'm doing a lot of cooperation with other team, and I don't want to say something bad, and I want to help the other team. For us, for me, UI Suite is a bit SDC the right way. When I go to the SDC team available on Drupal.org today, I see a lot of little quirks, some flaws into the SDC components I'm implementing. Sometimes I'm creating some ticket. It looks like we are benefiting on US Suite. We are enjoying many years of usage, many years of experience. And when we move to SDC, we can bring the 4, 5, 7 years of experience building UI component with Drupal to the SDC community. So this is how I want to promote UI Suite as SDC component with experience. And of course, not only SDC component, also style utilities, CSS variable, icon set, everything.
Yeah, no, I understand. I definitely understand the value prop, but I guess it's.
I'm not sure it's answering your question, Kristen.
Yeah. Maybe
Michael
put the marketing hat on.
Yeah, maybe I'm not marketing enough.
I think with that work, Pierre, you are targeting an audience of tech people, but I think we need to do a big effort to be more visible for maybe ambitious site builders, etc., etc. So we have a huge work to do regarding marketing, and we know it's a big lack in the work we are doing since 4 years.
Yeah.
So
indeed,
that's why we submitted a Birds of Fever. We have to showcase more, and it's a big lack in our work, I think, today.
And also we plan to do video, but video are very time consuming, and now we are so focused on delivering the new modules and.
Also, that's why we also submitted the design system initiative to maybe try to be more visible. But maybe you can help us, Kristen, to find good solutions to this problem today.
Well, yeah, I'm curious because I'll be at GovCon in the US. Same with Steven. Steven's can be there too. So he's going to be demoing, the work that he's been working on with the US design system. So, yeah, it's just there's a lot of good stuff happening here. So it's a matter of like, how do you increase adoption? Not necessarily, obviously the tech people and the people that understand all of this, which I include myself in that, are going to understand the value here, but it's also pushing the more of the design and not design people, but the decision makers of who, getting some awareness of people that aren't just, in the tech side of things. So yeah, I think it's more, I guess right now, like when you're doing presentations at events, is it more for European events, or what is sort of the coverage? I know that obviously a heavy focus in France, but are there other areas where you're in, probably DrupalCon, North America, obviously, but beyond that, or do you have any people that are focused in around the world that are trying to push it at their local camps or things like that?
No, it's more like
of us or from West Europe.
Okay. All right. No, that's good to know.
France, Germany, Switzerland, Belgium, and you have most of the people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're a pattern users. You can find it all over the globe, but the person who are promoting it is it's more like Europe. That's why it's cool to have Stephen, to have you here, Kristen, also. So yeah. slowly it's crossing the.
And US Suite, USWDS for us is like a Trojan horse to conquer US, you know. Public design system, government design system are a big strategic move for us. That's why now we are implementing this UI, and we are very happy about that. And also, some people from the community are talking about implementing other public design system like Patternfly and everything, and it's great. But if we want to reach project and reach business, I think we need to address government design systems, because there is a lot of business around them. And DSFR is a huge huge success for us, and we believe that our USWDS implementation will be a success too.
Yeah, I mean, and what about, I guess, reaching out to the maintainers of those more legacy systems and trying to collaborate more heavily with them? I mean, maybe they would be happy actually switching, you know, joining the bandwagon and switching over, rather than maintaining something that, you know, it's hard to maintain these systems and right, try to join forces.
But for DSFR, we are in contact with the two other teams.
Okay.
We shared some tips, we shared some alerts. We got a few phone calls, but they want to keep their project on their side. They want to have their own leadership. With Bootstrap, I know Florent is in contact with the Bootstrap module maintainer, and there is some friendly cooperation. Is it the case, Florent?
I at least just ask her to provide a link on the Bootstrap project page to the UI Suite Bootstrap project page to tell because currently Bootstrap project it is just Bootstrap 3. It never went Bootstrap 4, etc. So when people ask for Bootstrap 4 or 5, to at least have the UI Suite Bootstrap theme to be listed.
Okay. Oh, that's already nice. Okay. And I don't know about Steven, what he's doing. So Steven is in a competition, but I say competition that is always friendly with USWDS, with the legacy theming, and Governor from Mike Herschel. As I said in the previous meeting, I don't know what the status of Governor. Maybe Mike can tell you when you will meet in a few weeks. Governor doesn't looks a bit, I don't know, stale. Doesn't look very active. If Mike is too busy, it would be wonderful to getting closer to him, because once we will move to ePattern 2, the Governor component and the UI Suite component would be so similar. And we can.
Yeah, if you can get Mike on board, that would be huge, actually, because he's got a lot of sway in the community. So,
yeah, he's a very nice guy.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, well, yeah, lots of good stuff. I'll talk to Steven in the month at GovCon, and I'm not sure if Mike will be there. I'll see if Mike's going to be there as well and chat with him if possible.
And Kristen, also, do you have interest in implementing Civic Team as a UI Suite theme?
This is exploratory, so I am this is very cool stuff. So I'm not saying yes, I'm not saying no, but we are looking at what is Civic Theme 2.0 look like. So a lot of the work that happened on Civic Theme was actually in parallel. You know, it started around the same time as the UI Suite work. So yeah, so you guys have done a lot of cool things, and I'm just fact finding and you know, a lot of stuff in there. So
interesting. Yeah, because
And what's the
Civic Team is legendary.
And the target for Civic Team, is it to be, is there like a ambition to have it in Drupal Core one day, or is it like a?
Well, the current idea is, you know, we're doing this demo for Barcelona. It's just a proof of concept. There is a talk of a government flavor of Starshot. So, you know, so that's certainly something we are interested in exploring. As far as being like, you know, in Drupal, like officially, I think that's going to be tough for any design system that's not sort of born out of the Starshot system. And actually, you might not have seen it, but in the Experience Builder channel, someone is friends with Brad Frost, which is kind of crazy. So
I read that. Yes.
Yeah, he's putting together a meeting to potentially have Brad Frost help with a Drupal design system, which is like, what? That's
Why
just
not?
crazy talk. So yeah, I was like, I want to see that happen. So anyway, so yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff happening. I feel like my role, I mean, I've got different roles. So, you know, obviously the Civic Theme hat, but also just I'm on the Starshot Council. So I'm just trying to see what everyone's doing. And I'm also trying to like link people together. Like when I see, oh, well, you know, they're working on this over here and this over there, and get some visibility across different channels, because not a lot of people are kind of looking at all the different things that are going on. And so I'm doing a little bit of matchmaking and stuff too. But yeah, I mean, definitely looking at Civic Theme 2.0. What does that mean? And in the meantime, right now, we're doing our SDC conversion stuff, which is why I've been bugging people in the channel, and Pierre is giving some well-informed, opinionated opinions, which is good. So I'm soliciting some more before, because I'm going to make a SDC guide for Civic Theme to try to help the community help us. And yeah, so that's kind of first step is the SDC stuff. But yeah, I'm still evaluating. Pretty cool.
That's very cool. And design system are not only components. So after USDC work, you can have a look on style utilities, which is style and everything.
Yeah.
And don't hesitate. You see, we answer quickly.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic. But I did pull in some other people into that because, you know, I want to have multiple opinions, which is a good thing and a bad thing. So, okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Rajab, you wanted to ask something?
Yes, I asked in the channel. What I'm seeing with the UI pattern too and the UI suite, it feels like a logical decision to move into the UI suite with all the library of components and the structure, and with all your really nice, wonderful UI integration with that. So a major version could switch to use the UI suite, for example. And UI suite, in my case, it will be the UI suite, the Bootstrap direction, you know, or the Bootstrap design system. So here the question is like, would it be available to have like an app store, or we only going to keep these component inside the UI suite Bootstrap, for example, or the other one, the US version or the French version?
Okay, you want something to download component one by one?
You can see it's like the Drupal are moving with the recipes, which is something smaller than a module. And they pushed up with an installer type. So we do have like a Drupal recipe installer type. I think for the component system, maybe in a couple of years, maybe we'll forget about single directory component, the word for the first. We'll be speaking about component. So it will could be an installable Drupal dash component installer type. I mean, so each of us will have an app store. We need the app store. The Drupal.org is our app store for modules.
Like a component store?
Yeah, but for now, everyone is bulking their components inside a module or inside a theme.
That's actually something that we've been thinking about ourselves, about having a library of components that's not tied necessarily to a specific theme, you know, and how does that work, and how do they, you know, obviously there's the theming style aspect, but then there's the component structure and all that. So yeah, kind of decoupling that.
Interesting. I have two answers.
The question: are you going to depart depart them out, or they are always going to be within the UI suite Bootstrap version? They are going to be there always, or could be departed in some days, maybe. Yeah.
I will answer this, but I have two answers. So I will answer another answer first. And the two answers are contradictory, but don't be surprised, because there is many sides on a single reality. So UI suite is mostly a suite of components, or a suite of modules, 5 modules, okay? And those modules, you can use definition coming from everywhere. For example, with UI pattern 2, you can use existing component coming from your theme, coming from any module, coming from a custom contrib code, and UI pattern 2 doesn't care where it is coming from. So if Drupal community and HTC community is providing like a marketplace of components where you can download components one by one, they will work totally with UI pattern 2, because the pattern 2 is just taking the component already available on your file system and your code base. But UI Suite is not only those 5 modules of integrating design artifact with Drupal API. It's also theme, UI Suite Bootstrap theme, UI Suite DSFR theme. And those themes have a philosophy. The philosophy is to say, we will implement a single design system, but we will fully implement a single design system into a single consistent package you can download and use on Drupal. And we choose the theme to be this package. So if you install UI Suite Bootstrap, is to have the Bootstrap design system fully implementing for Drupal. This is our strategy for the public implementation for the team. But the module doesn't care about that. And if you move to something more à la carte, the module will work exactly the same.
Okay, thank you. Hoping so really just to have a generic generic concept, which you see that like we all trying to build integration with layout builder, with paragraphs, all these things. But I think switching the logic or switching to have the UI suite directly, like not having part of it, using it all, it feels it's going to save really big time. Like, I'm not sure. It could be like 300, 400, 500 hours of work or configurations.
Yeah, one client told us 1 month ago, told me that he is 4 times more productive on display building with UI Suite than before. I'm talking about display building. But display building is a big part of a project budget. So 4 times is, I was very happy about this news.
Yeah. But yeah, the whole idea of the sort of, you know, recipe library, component library, you know, all the different, you know, ways of pulling in bits of configuration into Drupal. I mean, I think that's a very exciting place that we're getting to with Starshot and everything. So, yeah, I don't know if exactly where if that fits with the experience. So if you're not in the experience builder channel, then that might be a good place to be. Might be an interesting sort of exploratory area.
Yeah, Experience Builder it's very interesting because it's many products in the single project. It's a display builder, and that's the initial plan. And the display builder will be better than layout builder and more useful than layout builder, so it can cover some paragraph features. Maybe it will cover block layout to page and features, and we can dream about covering some part of the views display. It will be like a universal and powerful and easy to use display builder. But also, Experience Builder aim to be to leverage some design system artifacts and concept. So in a way, it's a bit competing with UI Suite. So they will load the ADC components themselves, like UI Pattern 2 is doing. They are investigating style utilities, so it will be a bit an overlap with UI styles. So there is this part which is still a bit blurry. And also, Display Experience Builder is targeting designer and want to be a design tool. So they want to manipulate design tokens, and they want to do some very ambitious stuff like building some components directly from the Experience Builder himself. So it's like 3 different products targeting 3 different personas, bundle in a single project. And me, it's I don't know. It looks crazy in a good way. Yeah? It looks crazy in a good way. I know there is 1 year left, but even in 1 year, they will need to work very hard to achieve such an ambitious scope. Us, US Styles, we are focused only on one of the 3 parts of Experience Builder, and we in this part we go further than them because now, style utilities are mature for years now. Now we are investigating after icons. We are now investigating animation and transition. It will be the next artifact we will implement. And also we want to do some mechanism with the viewport, because there is this breakpoint declaration on the Drupal scene, and we want to leverage it. So we are a few years beyond Experience Builder, and of course it's sure because we started a few years ago. But Experience Builder, they want to address part of that. We bundle with everything else. Crazy. But there is very good people in this project, so I'm sure they will success.
And with the UI icons, there's a possibility that's going to get pulled in. So I mean, it's almost like the potential is things could start getting pulled in over time. That makes sense. Or certainly they can be informed by this work and try to do something that's similar or compatible or whatever. Yeah.
Yes, if it's compatible, it's wonderful. If it's not, we will adapt. For example, UI Pattern 2, your SEC declaration is very similar to UI Pattern declaration, but it's better. So what Matthew did is cleaner and better than the initial format of UI Pattern. So for us, it's a joy to move to SEC with UI Pattern 2. So if they come and they provide a better format for style utilities, we will release UI Styles 2, leveraging the core format. So we are always ready to break our stuff in order to stay compatible with core. We have no fight in that. But if they want to use our format, it's even better. Yeah. Yes, of course, one day UI Suite will disappear. UI Suite will be merged into the core API. And one day UI Suite will be a group of people and maybe some set of good practice and not country module anymore. But we are not there yet. We have a few years beyond us, front of us.
All right. Awesome.
Cool discussions. So,
Okay, it was a big meeting. Thank you, everybody.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
So I'll see you next month. I will send the invite. Like 1 month.
Yeah, I may be at GovCon. When's the date of the next one?
Oh, we can discuss about this.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Do you have no? Let's discuss now. Do you have a proposal, Michael?
So the 15th
GovCon
is
the 14th.
France. Maybe the 22 of August.
22 looks nice. Yeah.
Sounds good. I will try to make it.
Nice. And when is the GovCon, Kristen?
Week of the 14th.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
So
let's meet a week after.
All right. I will try to make it. Okay.
So
Okay, nice.
during the next meeting, we will have a look on the raise of the USWDS.
Maybe we'll see. Certainly talk to some people.
See
All right.
you.
Okay.
Bye.
Thanks.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
See you.
Bye.